Well, hello there, folks, and happy full moon in the end of February, starting to kick off March. And I came out on my back patio to check on my magic moon water that I started last night. And it occurred to me, I thought, let me share this little magic that I do on the full moon. I don't do this every full moon month, but I felt drawn to do that. This is a vase of water. It's got spring water in it, and it's a glass vase. And inside, I don't know if you can see it from there, but there's a beautiful crystal. It's actually my metamorphosis crystal, and it has this amazing, I'll try to show you a close-up later, but it has this amazing image of a butterfly that I love. And I bought this, gosh, like 25 years ago, the crystal, and I started charging it last night. So some of you are thinking, oh no, it's already the full moon, started this morning actually, but it's not too late to do this. There's a good orb of the full moon for about 3 days prior to, during, and 3 days after. So you can either wait till next month, or you can jump in and try to get this done for your benefit starting this week. So I brought out an example of a small crystal. You want a quartz crystal, some kind of crystal that can tolerate being in water, because you're going to have it soaking in the water. And to be sure you wash the crystal thoroughly, because you're going to put it in water, you're going to eventually drink the water, so you don't want to have fingerprints and germs and dirt on it. So you want to clean the crystal, have it dried, have it sitting out here. And as I did last night, I dropped the crystal in the middle here, and I filled it with some spring water. You can use filtered water as well. And then you simply set it out here for the full moon, which will come up in about another 2 hours, to charge it. And it makes magic moon water. Now, also, before you put the crystal in there, and you can do this either while it's being charged or prior to, meaning like you can work with the crystal, and I did with that one. I set some intentions, I held the crystal, and with the full moon, you want to acknowledge what the fullness is in your life. What is the richness and the fullness? And then what also are you wanting to let go of? What are you wanting to release? And for me, I was looking at the fullness and the richness of the connections that I have in my life, and the abundance of love that is so bountiful and so much a part of this past year and a half, actually, with the pandemic. I've really opened up and connected with some amazing people. Many of you are on this group and in this page. And then I looked at what I want to let go of, and part of it is, as I step out in the world teaching and sharing my ideas, I'm letting go of my fear of judgment. Letting go of being criticized, judged by others, which I've had posts that come up from time to time. What's really helped me to deal with that is standing in my truth and knowing that when I'm coming from the nobility of my grace, from the strength of character, and sharing truths and ideas that have helped me, even though some people's egos may not understand that, that's okay. I don't have to convince the world. This is not a popularity contest. This is simply an opportunity for me to share with people. So I wanted to release any inhibitions, anything that's kind of holding me back towards the inevitable disagreements or people that don't understand where I'm coming from, and that's okay. So I put that in there as I want to let go of any of my ego's resistance to that, any of my ego's apprehensions or inhibitions towards that. So that's what I charged that crystal that's in there, not this one, last night with, and then I placed it in the water and set it out here last night. Also, the last step, I took this off before I started the video, but I also cover the container because I don't want to get bugs or flies into it. So you can take a plastic cover, or you can use saran wrap and a rubber band, but you want to obviously seal it off so that as it sits outside during the evening, it's not going to get a moth in it the next morning, floating on the top of the water. It might not have been too magical for that moth if he drowned it in the water. So you want to prevent that from happening. And then you can use the water, you can use it to rinse and cleanse your other crystals. It's going to be charged with your intention. You can drink the water as well, remove the crystal, of course, so you don't chip your tooth. And then you can pour some water and drink it, work with it as a magical elixir. And know that it's your magic full moon water that you can create at any full moon and at any time. And also you want to keep it out during the day. It charges with the sunlight, but the resonance of the full moon is happening day and night. It's not just at night when we can see it, but it's also present throughout the day. And obviously the solar energy will also charge the crystal as well. So that's a little bit of magic I've worked and I've done for actually several years. And a friend of mine sent me an Instagram post of somebody else talking about magic moon water. And I thought, oh, that's right. I should share that. That would be a great idea to share during this time. So hopefully you got some benefit from it. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please post it below in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer those questions. I was going to do this as a Facebook Live, but I didn't quite know if I could do that directly with the Friends of Lazarus group. So I decided to just make this short video, and I'll clip off the beginning and the ending of it, the me turning on the camera, turning off the camera, and then post it as just a video. But it's as live as you can get, because this is about 4:45 on the Saturday of the full moon, so should be up online in the next, I'd say, half hour, 45 minutes. So thank you, and enjoy your weekend.